Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today on the channel we have got Hachette Partworks, Build the Terminator, and we are on issue 18. In issue 18 we get the motor for our eyes sockets. So let's take a look inside the magazine. In this magazine we do get a pull out bit saying that they made a mistake in issue 1 when they told us to put the eyes in. So we'll go through that step by step in a moment. So let's move that to the side. So these are your parts and where we're going to be working. Assembly pages, but these pictures are wrong because the eyes are the wrong way round in these pictures, so don't be too alarmed if yours looks wrong when you're doing it, because you're going to be correcting it. Our Sci-Fi Cinema Legends is a film called The Time Machine, and our Real World Science is observing the universe through the most advanced telescopes, and that is part 2. And what is coming up in next week's issue. So let's get these parts open and we're going to start building. Okay, so we've got the parts out of our packaging. What we've got our motor for our eyes, we've got the plate that's going to be attaching to, we've got 2 different sets of screws. We've got the black and we've got the silver. The black is PB 1.7 by 4mm screws, the silver is PB 2 by 4mm screws. So we're not going to need these just yet. We're going to be doing the corrections that Hachette have asked us to do. So we're going to be bringing back in this piece, and what it wants us to do first is we're going to be undoing these 2 screws and taking the plate out. So let's get these screws undone. And remove these eyes. So that's the first screw out. And the second screw out. And what you can do is just give your eyes a little push from the front and just push this socket right back out. So we want the bit with the 2 pins, we want that facing up the way. So we're going to be dropping that in like that, and the same with this side. Get them located in, just like so. Now we're going to get our plate bit, put that back, just like that. And now we can fasten that back down with the screws that we took out. And then this last one like this. Just like that, and that's that back in place, and we've got the 2 pins now facing up like that. That's not quite in. There we go, that's better. Yeah, so now I'm going to put my LED diodes back in place, ready for the next step, and we're going to also be needing to bring in this piece. So let's crack on with that. Okay, so we've got them back in. I've put my LED diodes back in. Now what you're going to need this piece, and you want this piece facing down like this. You want to lay this over the top on these 2 pins like so. And once you've got it in, when you can get it in, it's quite hard to tricky to get it in, but there we go, it's now in. So you want it sort of like that, this piece here facing down. Now what we're going to do, we're going to bring in this little bracket piece here. This is going to be locating on the top, so we can push that on like that. And now we've got to do is use these 2 black screws. So let's get one of these loaded up and ready to go. And we're going to be securing this in place to these screws. That's the first one in. Now let's do the second one. And this also holds that little bracket on, stops it coming off a bit, so you need to have that on at this stage. So that in. There we go, just like that. And that's how that should look like. You've got your little bit down the bottom, which is going to make your eyes move in the same place. Now what we're going to be doing, we're going to be taking this motor, we've got our little pin here, which is going to be dropping just inside the bit that moves the eyes. So drop that in first, then locate the motor on top of this bracket that we've just put on. And what you want to do is you want to secure this in with two of these black 1.5mm screws. Let's get our screws loaded up and get ready, and let's get our first screw in place. Line up the screw hole and then secure it in place. That's one in, now the last one. Get that in place. And there we have it. That's now on place. We move that. That's going to be moved by the motor now. And now we're going to be needing to bring back in our lower jaw and neck that we had before. And we're going to be using these 3 holes here and these 3 holes on the bottom of here. We're going to be putting them together, and we're going to be securing these in place. Underneath here, 3 of the silver screws. So let's do that now. Let's get our first one in place so it holds it in where we want it to go. So that's the first one. I'm going to put it in the top one first. Ooh, no, I didn't want to go in. Let's try again. So make sure it's lined up. Which now it is. Drop the screw in. And screw it in place. Now it's biting. I can feel it now. Same again. Other 2 screws. This one. And there we go, that's that on, and that's what you should be left with, something looking a little bit like that. So now, this is what we've got. I'm assuming these are going to be coming down over here, and when we get this piece that we built a issue ago, this is going to sit just on top here, just like that. So now we can see in the back here, and what it's going to look like from the front. And that's basically it for this issue. So next issue we have got, we're going to be assemble the motor that moves the Terminator's jaw. So we're going to be doing the jaw motor, and I assume that's going to be going inside here before this goes on. So it's going to be probably locating on the back here or somewhere, I don't know. Yep, so join me then. That should be out next Wednesday. Sorry about the delay this week, but Hachette muddled up the deliveries and they didn't send them to the post offices, and they got to the post offices a day late, so I had to wait. But yeah, hopefully all's all right for next week, and they'll be there in time for next Wednesday. If you haven't already subscribed, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.